What's going on, boxing fans? It's your host, True Boxing, and I'm back with another video. I know it's been a minute, but I got a job and I actually have a life outside of boxing. So I'm gonna try to make more videos, but I don't like to comment on every reason, everything that happens. I'd rather just wait a week and touch on everything. But basically, the new news. I know us boxing fans are sick and tired of all these cancellations in the sport. I mean, it's not a good look for the sport, and it basically, the mega fights what we're looking forward to are just all falling apart. I mean, you got the Floyd and Manny Pacquiao fight, big fight. Everybody was looking for it, whether you believe whoever you thought was going to win, your opinion, but everybody was looking forward to it. Canceled. They couldn't reach an agreement. Okay. And then everybody's like, okay, well, reserve, is always the Shane Mosley and Berto fight. Berto pulls out. Now, let me touch on that. Shout out goes, my thoughts and prayers go out to everybody in Haiti that's having issues. If you can or if you haven't, it's a good look if you actually try to donate. $1, $5, 10,000, whatever you can afford, because those people actually need it. And what's $1 to you? I mean, or $5 or whatever. Like I said, give what you can, but it's something to think about. I understand why Berto's pulling out, because he has family member out there, and and this hits close to home, because not only that, from what I hear, not only is it actual immediate family that's being affected by this, but it's his people as a whole. So you don't want to go in a fight, with not being 100% mentally, because you can be 100% physically, but not be there mentally and lose the fight. So I understand why he pulls out. But it also now it leaves Shane Mosley nobody to fight. He's been out for a year. He's getting older, so it leaves nobody to fight. Now, what I find it real coincidental is that Floyd has nobody to fight. Now, my personal opinion is, when Pacquiao signed to fight Clottey, okay, people are like, okay, well, that'll be a decent matchup. We can roll with that. Not what we want, but we can take it. And then Floyd has nobody to fight. And the names that people were throwing out for Floyd, in my opinion, were ridiculous. It was like Matthew Hatton. Who's he? Nate Campbell. He's too small. Just honestly, that's he just came off of a loss to Timothy Bradley, in my opinion. There's no contest, but if you saw the fight, in reality that he was trying to get the no contest because he was getting outclassed. Basically, there's no fight there. Kermit Cintron, I mean, he's a good fighter, but nobody wants to see that fight, and I personally don't think he can beat Floyd. Who else name were thrown out? Matthew Hatton, Kermit Cintron, Nate Campbell. I can't think of it. But basically, it just was nobody that anybody wanted to see. So this event, now I'm not saying, now when I say it's coincidental, I want to say that nobody important. When I say coincidental, I mean that it just luck. Not I want to say luck, because that's not luck. That's not a good way to put it. But just as fate would have it, that this issue took place. Far as Berto, which would make him withdraw, I actually believe personally, Floyd had nobody to fight. And I remember in an interview he made a statement, and this is what makes me think this is what happened. He said when he's fighting Marquez, and he said if Pacquiao wanted to fight it, we could have paid Marquez $1 million to step aside. And so that kind of makes me believe that maybe Berto was affected by the Haiti fight. I mean, not Haiti fight, but the earthquake in Haiti. But probably would have continued with the fight, but was probably urged not to and given an incentive not to, because he probably was paid to step aside. It's kind of like, you're going through family things. We'll give you $1 million or $500,000 to step aside, and then you have maybe future fight. You may have the option to pick, a winner, or you might have, whatever. Just so it's kind of like, in Berto's perspective, I'm not mentally there. You're going to give me $500K to step aside? Yeah, why not? Because I find it strange that, as luck would have it, bam, both these fighters are free. Now, will this fight take place? Who knows? But in my honest opinion, there's really nobody for Shane to fight to solidify his status as what he would say he's a throwback fighter, as the #1 welterweight. But Pacquiao's tied up, and There's nobody else. For Floyd, exactly. Basically, Floyd has to take this fight. There's no reason for him not to take it. There's no one else for him to fight. He didn't put the fight with the fight with Pacquiao didn't take place. So Shane's is your only logical, the only logical, choice. It's not going to be as lucrative. Of course, it's not. It's not going to be as big or as lucrative as it would have been for Pacquiao. But he'll make some money. I'm pretty sure he'll probably demand that he get at least 40% of the purse. I mean, 40%, 60% of the purse, which, in my opinion, I agree. Because Floyd's last two fights have been pay-per-view fights. Shane Mosley's last two fights have not. They've been HBO fights. Not necessarily saying he's not of caliber to Floyd to be, but in reality, if you're talking about from a business standpoint, we're not talking about a fight. You can be the greatest fighter in the world. You can be Superman when it comes to it. But if you don't make any money from a business standpoint, then that's just how it goes. You don't get the bigger pie. You can't make these type of demands, and it sucks. But hey, that's life. So I can see Floyd trying to get 60 to maybe even 70% of the pie. But I feel like this fight should take place because I'm tired of these cancellations. I remember it happened last year. I was actually looking forward to the Zab Judah fight with Shane, and then all of a sudden, bam, Zab fell through the shower and cut his arm up and needed stitches, which in my opinion sound like bullshit. More than likely, the fight wasn't selling or whatever. Ticket-wise, the gate or the pay-per-views weren't looking great, so they just scrapped the whole idea. That's my personal opinion. And then, like, it happened again with Floyd and Marquez. They were supposed to fight, and then bam, Floyd gets an injury and has to get it pushed back to September 19th, which is my birthday, by the way. So that was actually, it was kind of cool because it made it a gift. But he had a rib injury, which more than likely the tickets were not selling good, so they went to the 19th. I forgot, it was something that happened during that time, some type of festival, or maybe, I don't remember, but it was something that made it coincidental that you picked that date. So those things, and then like the Pacquiao and Floyd fight, I'm looking forward to it, and bam, it doesn't go down, then I'm like, okay, well, reserve Andre Berto and Shane, and then bam, that gets canceled. So I know as a boxing fan, a true boxing fan, I know I'm not the only one that's getting tired of this shit. So I'm glad I didn't I'm glad I didn't, like a lot of people on YouTube, didn't put my prediction up, because those predictions are useless now, because that fight's not going to happen, at least no time soon. But basically, I'm not even going to give my prediction on who I think will win and what are their strong points until this fight is inked, and then I'll probably go out on a limb and break them down, and hopefully it doesn't get canceled. Something crazy happens. Somebody steps on a crack and break their mama's back or some shit. Or, breaks a mirror and gets 7 years of bad luck and get hit by a truck. Something crazy. That will prevent the fight. So basically that's it, YouTube. I'll holler at you later. Peace.